Paul, to start off with Jake Graves, the last game of his initial month on Tuesday. Is he going to be staying around, or is he going to be going back to Crystal Palace?
At the moment, he's gone back. So I've just tried to phone Palace actually to make them aware of that. I think they must still be training. So yeah, Jake's going to go back. I think he's done brilliant. Okay, for someone so young and coming in the position that we've been in the league, and I think he's really one for the future. I'm not ruling out that he won't be back, but at the same time, I think we need to maybe free up a loan to try and improve again. But just for now, Jake's gone back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There were stories come out yesterday that obviously you'd be aware of, and has this been difficult? Has it affected your preparation for Saturday's game at all?
No, it's not affected the preparations at all. Yeah, it's been difficult. Of course it has. I mean, anything sort of negative is difficult for anyone. But it's a position we're in. We're in a tough position, in the league. And I've said before, it's a tough job. We all knew that. So it was never going to be an easy ride. We're sort of looking at it this morning with Robbo and looking at the games where sort of 12 league games, in 6 of them we've took something. So it's different ways of looking at it. I know we've not won the games that everybody wants, but we've been very close and we haven't been beaten in all of them. We've put up a good fight in a lot of games, and I think the other night against Southend, of course, we continued to give away poor goals, which we'd all admit. But at the same time, there was a lot of fighting spirit in the team, and there was a lot of good attacking play, which certainly gives us hope.
Yeah. So as far as you're concerned, it's business as usual. Yeah,
it's been business as usual. Yeah, I was in at the same time this morning. The players have trained well. The lads that started have had a bit more of a rest because we didn't get back till sort of 3 in the morning. And the other boys have trained really hard, and really well. And yeah, it's been business as usual, and look forward to a game weekend.
Yeah, after the game on Tuesday, you said you were confident you're still the man to turn it around. And if you look at the performance on Tuesday, you brought your own players in. Do you still think you're the man to improve results and take the club forward?
Yeah, I think after Tuesday's game, the second sort of game that the group have had together, I saw encouraging signs. But you must remember the teams we're up against. We're up against Burton and we're up against Southend. And like I said after the game, even if you're up and running as a team and you've played lots of games together, they're tough games. But for the second game together, yeah, I was happy with we had 50% of the game, which shows that we was well in the game.
Yeah, and will you approach this game any different to any other, bearing in mind what came out yesterday, or is it? Because it's obviously going to affect the atmosphere a little bit at the ground with what people are wondering what's happening.
Yeah, I think that sometimes things bottom out, so to speak, and I think that it's been a long time since we kept a clean sheet. Certainly a long time before I was here. So we've gone close to getting a clean sheet on a few occasions, and that's the goal. The goal is to try and stop the ball going in our goal, in Trev's goal. Because we do think that we've got enough going the other way, but it's about a platform. It's about giving yourself a base in the game to work from. It's about putting doubt in the opposition's mind. And I think if we go goal beyond, we put doubt in our own minds, and it brings a negative environment. And you're not going to stop that. The only way you're going to stop it is by keeping it at 0-0, and then trying to build a performance and ultimately get the win that we need.
Yeah, and how much difference do you think one win could make at the moment?
Oh, one win always makes a great difference, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time since we won. Obviously, that great feeling we had at Oxford away. But we've gone very close. We've had 5 draws. 5 draws could have gone either way. But in the games, we feel in those games that we were unlucky. In a lot of them, I think. Even the one we lost at home to Newport, we were a better team. And that's sort of been the theme. It's how it's sort of gone for us. And not a lot has really gone our way, but mustn't feel sorry for ourselves, must keep digging in, doing the right things and keep trying to be as professional as we can.
Yeah, when you first came into the job, did you think it might be like this to start with and take a while before you turn things around, and did you expect it to be this difficult?
I think you never quite know until you're in somewhere. I think the remit was a tough one. It's a tough one to look at the results that we've had, look at where we were in the league, and sort of I made my mind up quickly we needed to change. I think against Oxford it was a fortunate draw. I think Trev, like I said, got man of the match in that game, and alarm bells rung then. I think then after that we dumped out the FA Cup and we had to make changes. And the only way to get in was to get out. And that's when the bumpy ride starts. That's when, you know, I'm not going to be that popular, so to speak. But that was the job. That was a job at the time. That was what we had to do. And I think we've done that. We've got over that part. But like I say, it's very difficult to get the wins you need. I think that's one thing that we've all learned is when a remit is to get out, to get in, it can cause problems. But, you know, we've put an awful lot of work in, Rob and I, an awful lot. And, you know, majority of my job, the time in my job has been spent cleaning up, really.
Yeah, and what, as you know, and you said in a couple of interviews, the fans here have been suffering for a while. What was your message to them there? Because they're obviously a lot of worried fans around the results.
I think they're entitled to be worried. You know, I think we'd all be lying if you said we weren't worried. Of course we are. But I think every other team around the bottom are worried. And I think it's the team that can hold their nerve, the club that can hold their nerve, the club that can be the most professional and, you know, and stick together. And I think, you know, that's the one thing that I've tried to bring to the club since I've come here was some togetherness and, you know, some honesty in around the place. And I think we've done that. So we've got to continue along those lines. And I think that our fans have been great. There's been nothing wrong with our fans at all. And I think that all that's happened is that they've watched us underachieve for quite a while, for quite a long time now, you know. And I'm the man in charge at the moment, so, you know, we get the brunt of it. But that's the job. That's the job. You won't hear me say anything derogatory about our supporters. It's up to us to try and find the wins that we need. But they do come, and like I've always said to you, they do come from getting this place right first, and it's been a challenge getting this place right.